What up, Weebs? Whether you're terribly good-natured or a complete curmudgeon, welcome to Two Low-Key Weebs. Today, we are taking a look at Spice and Wolf, the second half, I guess, of the first season.
Yep.
We're about to celebrate the remake that's coming out on April 1st. I won't be watching it then.
Why is that, Zach? Why is that?
My wife hates anime, and that is my... By putting a number on it, I'm getting rid of 6th wedding anniversary.
This is the worst pop quiz ever.
I'm going to go with 6th, and I feel like I'm a little safe because I think she doesn't remember either.
COVID happened, and then time stopped mattering.
I think, though, I don't know if I'm going to watch it right away. I might wait because I really want the dub. I need to find out if they're keeping the same voice actors, which I don't think it's been announced yet.
I'm going to watch it on April 1st because you can't, and I just want to lord it over you.
Just drop your sack on the table right then and there.
It's just going to be I'm just going to take a selfie of me, except it's going to be my sack in the background of the TV screen.
The goat. So we're going to go into the second half of the first season. It's the bankruptcy / sheep / Nora arc.
Smuggling.
Yeah, the smuggling arc. Thank you.
We're about to keister some gold up in this bitch.
That's what we're about today.
Using the old prison wallet.
So before we get into that, let's look at let's talk about what we've been into recently. Sean, what you been watching?
Watching nothing new. I've just been going back and rewatching Freiren because
and you just watched that 2 weeks ago?
I did. It was
is that good?
I was not on the Freiren train to begin with, but because it was a slow burn for me. It was. It is
a slow burn.
Like normally, like how you say it takes like 3 episodes to figure out whether or not you're into something. It took me like 6, 7. But once I got on the train, I'm going to stay on the train. I'm going to ignore...
No brakes on this train.
I'm going to ignore what my ticket says and just sleep on the train.
So what is your favorite episode so far? Spoilers for a couple episodes of Freiren.
Freiren goes to prison.
Okay. I love her nonchalance with it.
That's what makes it for me. It's just like, fine, I'll go to prison.
Her nonchalance with anything time-related is great. She's just like, bring me some books.
Yeah, I'll be good.
For me, I really love the design episode where he fights the plant. Just like Freiren going from, first of all, just like the way this series does, like him fighting and like he's actually fighting while he's thinking. It's not like that classic anime trope where they're just doing like the taking a dump stance.
Yeah.
And they're just like, what will I do? No, like he's just like trying to stay alive. He's like, fuck.
Yeah, he's actually thinking of an actual plan instead of just running around going, oh shit.
And just the way like the music for that, like what do I like? Hype folk.
Yes,
you got like the music playing in. It's got that energetic feel even while he's thinking about it. And then Freiren just stands up and just nukes the fucker. Like I don't know, like
fucking an orbital strike.
That scene gives me goosebumps every time. For me, I just watched, finally got around to, sadly, pirating, because ain't nobody got $100 for a Blu-ray. Rascal Doesn't Dream of Dreaming Girl, this Monday.
Yeah, yes, it is Monday. It is, in fact, Monday.
Monday, with the theatrical release of Knapsack Kid, and it's the double feature of Sister Venturing Out and Knapsack Kid. We're going to watch that, and I hadn't seen Dreaming Girl yet, so I had to get on that.
I mean, that's right. We've bought tickets, or you bought tickets.
I bought tickets.
You bought us tickets.
This is my first anime theatrical release. We're going to see Bunny Girl Senpai, the motion picture. So
the motion picture experience.
The experience, because it's a double feature. So I'm like really excited about that. I love Bunny Girl Senpai. If you haven't watched it or you don't know anything about it and you hear the phrase Bunny Girl Senpai and you're like, ugh, watch a couple episodes. The first arc is like primo. It really goes too hard in the beginning for its own good because the rest of the series just doesn't live up to it, in my opinion.
But that's not a bad thing, like, because it's still really good.
It is still really good, but it goes fucking hard. Like the first book or first arc is just so fucking good. I love it. I just watching this movie, I immediately remembered why I love Sakuta. And I will eventually. The deal is we have to get a new house, and I'm allowed to get bunnies, and they're going to be Mai and Sakuta. I promise. That's happening.
Is it going to be Sakuta or is it going to be Rascal?
I'm just going to do both.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Why not both? Nicknames are fun. We'll see.
Porque no los dos.
I don't speak Spanish.
It's from a taco commercial.
I don't speak English. So, yeah, that's what we're looking forward to, and that's going to be our next episode. We're going to I imagine we'll more just do kind of like a overall review on both movies and kind of summarize the series.
And probably talk about our expectations going in and what we felt coming out of it.
Yeah.
Probably rate the theater, too, just for shits and giggles.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm lying, but am I? That's the question.
The real question is can we get our Dune popcorn bucket still?
Because we're about to go see that Sydney Sweeney movie right after.
What's the Sydney Sweeney movie?
It's Immaculate. Immaculate's coming out.
Is it sensual?
No, she actually plays a nun in a horror movie. But it was just a meme online, so I went with it.
Fair enough. I mean, have you seen the popcorn bucket?
I have seen the popcorn bucket. You fucking freaks.
What was someone thinking?
You absolute fucking freaks. You know that was some intern on his last day and he's just pitching ideas for no reason.
I'm gonna make them a fleshlight. Bitches love fleshlights.
Fucking Harvey Weinstein out here designing popcorn buckets.
Well, all that being said, let's move on to Spice and Wolf. So we've got spoilers for the second half of the first season ahead. It would also just be the second light novel, if that's your jam. I don't know where it is in the manga, sorry. So where we had left off was the end of the first arc is we get the name.
They said the name.
They said the name.
They did the thing.
And he said, oh, look, it's Spice and Wolf. And I loved it, and Sean hated it. Sean's punk. So right after that, Lawrence has just gotten a whole shit ton of money in pepper, and so they are heading to sell it. They meet up at some dude's place, and he's a man of God, blah, blah, blah.
That's what he says, but that's, standard for church folk.
Yeah, especially in this. They really do love church bashing. I appreciate people of faith who aren't shitty, but they really like to shine a light on the shitty end of the faith.
Yeah, and fun fact, the deeper you look into historical figures that you think were people of God, the shittier they were.
I believe that. Okay, but back to the story. So, selling some pepper. Turns out the dude's up to some shisty shit. Holo notices right away. At first, Kraft Lawrence is like, she's like, I need a drink. And at first, he's like, no, bitch.
It's like, how about some water? She's like, no, I want wine.
No, she wanted water.
Oh, she wanted water?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I just know she ends up drinking wine, doesn't she?
No, what happens is she says, ooh, I feel dizzy. I need a drink. And Lawrence is like, be patient, bitch. And then the dude overhears, at which point Lawrence is thinking, he's like, oh, she always does this for a reason. And the dude brings her some water. And she's like, oh, this must have been wine because I spilled it. And I'm seeing that this water is running down a crooked-ass table.
I can't be seeing what I'm possibly seeing.
Because, yeah. The dude was a shisty shist, and so Lawrence had him by the balls, and he's just like, yeah, you're going to give me double what this is worth on credit in materials. The credit's really important later. He gets arms.
Because, war's usually a good investment. Looking at you, American military.
Yeah, always a good investment. There's always money for that. So they head into the next town. When they're getting screened in, everybody's like smirking. They're like, oh, you got arms. Yeah, that. He ends up going to his guild and kind of explains to Holo that like the guild is kind of like his family. It's kind of like a safe space for him. It's where he grew up, where he learned his trade, and it's just guilds are really just a gathering of people who tend to be from the same area. They're very family-like. When he goes in, he has to wait outside, and then he goes in and sees his boy Jacob. Jacob runs the place. He calls everybody his kid, and Jacob's like, you got arms, huh?
I mean, that's certainly a bold choice. Let's see if it pays off, Cotton.
That's such a niche reference. I love it. Dodgeball, for anyone who didn't know. He's just like, oh, you'll find out. And so Lawrence goes to sell the stuff, and where he goes to sell it, he's just like, gets a shisty vibe. So he's like, I'll come back tomorrow. And as he's walking away, the dude's like, hey, you Kraft Lawrence? If anyone ever says, hey, you Kraft Lawrence, or if anyone, honestly, in general, if anyone's like, hey, you this guy?
No, absolutely not.
Just say no. Hard no.
Nope.
Hard no. I don't even know.
That's my...
Wrecked him.
Damn near killed him.
I mean, that was a long shot, but still, that's what I thought of. So yeah, the dude's like, oh, guess what? Your shit's not going to sell. We just inherited your debt. And so it turns out Kraft ends up being 47 gold Lumion in debt. And that's a fuck ton of money.
That feels like a lifetime's amount of earnings.
Well, yeah, isn't it one Trini silver can last 7 days?
It says if you live modestly.
Yeah, modestly. So like,
and there's 35 silver to a gold.
So yeah, it's a fuck ton of money, and he's just screwed. This is like one of my least favorite arcs, is what I was going to say before I watched it again. This is one of my least favorite episodes. I feel like that I had gotten in my head that this part was such a big part of the arc, and it's just not. There's a lot of really cool parts in it, and it's a very big growth point for Craft and Holo. But yeah, no, he's just going around begging like a bitch.
Yeah, I think this is hard for you because it's a good person falling on hard times.
It is, or I just know what rock bottom feels like.
I mean, why not both?
I'm a beggar, guys. I've been there. I do that. I'm not even going to pass tense that shit. Times are hard. Hard times.
Shout out to Dusty Rhodes and or Paramore, whichever you're more familiar with.
Both. So, Kraft Lawrence is going around begging because he doesn't know what else to do. He's got 2 days to come up with 47 gold Lumion. So he's like, yeah, I'll go ask for some favors. And Holo's like, let me come with you. He's like, nah. And she's like, please let me come with you and help you. I can help you. And so he goes, he begs. And at the last person, the dude's just like, listen, you've been good to me. I've been looking forward to the time that I could finally help you. But you show up here with a woman in a sense that,
begging for money.
Like, hey, if you got enough money to court a woman, shame on you for begging for money. It's like, God forbid a man is in a relationship.
God forbid a woman stand by her man in his hour of need.
You can't be broken in a relationship. Shit. And so that's when, like, Holo realizes, she's like, oh, I fucked up. And so she goes to, like, talk to him, and he swats her hand away, and she runs off back to the inn.
Which is fair, because domestic abuse isn't okay.
It's not, but he swatted her hand away. I mean...
I know, but I like to be hyperbolic. I like to exaggerate.
Is hyperbolic the right word? I thought that was a time chamber. Oh, you don't even get that, do you? You're not a DBZ guy.
I am not a DBZ guy.
The hyperbolic time chamber is where
Although
they train.
Rip Akira Toriyama...
Oh, yes. Yeah, actually. Shout out to a giant. R.I.P. Akira Toriyama.
Rest in power.
Rest in power. DBZ is not my favorite thing, but, like, just for this quick sidebar, there is no discounting how much he has brought to the medium.
Yeah,
I mean, the fact that anime is as popular in the States as it is like heavily resting on his shoulders. But props to a Titan.
Back to the wolf.
Back to the wolf, though. Different Titan. So he swats her away, and he's like, oh, I fucked up. He cannot even deal with how bad he fucked up.
No.
So he's just, like, moping around town. He ends up coming back. The innkeeper's like, you're back already. And he goes up there. Holo's laying in bed. He goes to grab at her, and she swats him away with her tail.
I mean, I'd do that, too, if I had a tail.
Yeah, me too. It'd be kind of cool. He tosses what little money he got together, which was like 3 gold Lumion, and then like walks out the door, and then the innkeeper comes to see that he left the door open like a dick. And
he was raised in a barn.
Once he's outside, Holo throws the bag of coins at him.
Yep. She throws it from the room, doesn't she? Like,
yeah, from the window.
Yeah.
She hits him in the head with fucking a bunch of change. Like, real talk, that would have split his head open.
Listen, head injuries for Lloyd. Suddenly I slipped into Spy Family. Head injuries for Kraft Lawrence are going to be a theme in this.
Oh, yeah, they are. I mean, in the series, but yes, they are. He really just takes to the dome all the time.
Straight to the face.
So she yells at him. She's like, why are you giving me this money? What are you going to do if I just run away with it? He ends up going back in, and this is just like a light novel reader note. Like, so he goes back in, and the innkeeper's like, so you in or you out? And like, it's kind of a thing because like the innkeeper has to be there until everyone is in. So like the fact that Kraft Lawrence left, the innkeeper had to get out of bed, and he had to wait for Kraft Lawrence to come back. And he's just like, make up your fucking mind. Like, damn it, Kraft, don't be a dick.
You gotta treat your service industry workers better.
Absolutely. So he goes up, and she's just like, what's wrong with you? You swatted my hand. That's no big deal. I fucked your life up. She's like, why are you such a terribly good-natured person? Like, I ruined this for you. Why are you apologizing? Like, she's just so pissed off at him for being so nice. So at this point, we find out, well, first of all, I just want to say, like, how much I like that little scene. It's very sweet, and it's just kind of them growing on each other quite a bit. Yeah, and I love all of that. You know, like, I mean, that's the point. You know, that's the point for me anyway. Because the point for this series was me going in like, hey, I just want something about the economy that's nice and friendly, not this guy that I really like just begging for money. I think that's part of the reason I hate it so much is because, like, the first arc, you know, it's like I I came here not to be stressed out, and then I was, but then we get to this arc, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, give me a break, man.
I wasn't ready for the emotional stakes.
That's just it. I know. Come on.
I showed up for the spice, not the emotions.
Spice and the wolf. So after all this, she's just like, well, okay, I got an idea. Let's do something crazy. Let's smuggle gold.
Yes.
And so the quick cut to smash cut?
Smash cut?
Smash cut, is that the word?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Smash cut, sure. To them talking to the guy that he owes debt to, which is the Lemurio Trading Corp, or it is Lemurio. And he's just like...
Hans Lemurio.
Hans Lemurio. Lemario. the Lemurio games.
The hockey player?
No, Mario and Luigi.
Oh.
Mario. Kraft is just like, oh, we've got something wild. And he's like, well, people going bankrupt usually like to think idiocy is genius.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
But like, because of the Crusades, Lemario's in rough shape too. And he's just like, listen, let's smuggle some gold. We'll make a killing. I just need you to front the money and give me a few more days. It's like, all right, well, that sounds crazy. How are we going to get away with that? And he's like, well, there's this shepherd girl that people think is the devil. So, like, she's going to do this for us. All right, so I'm all over the place today. I should have gone a little more in detail. While they were traveling, they found out that, there's wolves about, and there is a magical shepherd. There's rumors going around that this shepherd summons wolves, or this wizard summons wolves. Turns out it's just this little blonde girl.
Who is absurdly good at her job.
She's really good at her job. She's just a little blonde girl with a little dog, and she's a really great shepherd. But, like, the church thinks she's a pagan, and they're just, like, avidly trying to move her to more dangerous places to either prove that she's pagan because she's still living.
Or get her killed, and
Or get her killed,
Hey,
yeah.
whoops, our bad, she was innocent.
Oh, yeah. Whoopsie. And so she kind of, because people are kind of afraid of her, when she can just come and go into town, like the guards just kind of shuffle her through because they don't want to fuck with her. That is the route they are going to take to smuggle because no one's going to fuck with her. So they're just going to, what is that? They're going to keister the sheep.
They're going to keister some gold and some sheep.
Keister some gold and some sheep. And since taxes are so high on gold, by not paying the taxes and just getting the gold into town, it's going to be worth absorbently more money. Yep. And so that's the plan. Lemario's like, fuck it. Got nothing else to lose.
They're like, let's Ocean's 11 this shit.
Mm-hmm. So they have to go through, the kicker is they have to go through the most dangerous woods. Because there's wolves everywhere. Every time people go through these woods, they end up dying. But they got Nora. I mean, they got Holo too. But the plan is like, hey, we can sell this because Nora, she's like a magical shepherd.
We got this pagan witch.
This pagan bad bitch is what she is. Nora don't give a fuck. Like, mad respect for Nora. That is something I forgot about this arc, is just like, Nora's fucking tough. And like, she's all meek and shit, but then the second wolves show up, she's just like, well, we're almost there. So they start traveling, and one night they're camping. Oh, they're also traveling with someone from Lemurio, and his name is fucking Liebert.
Fucking Liebert. What a nerd.
Liebert. So Lieberts are a brand of air conditioner, and I work on air conditioners. I fucking hate Lieberts already, and that's why I remember his name, because Lieberts are pieces of shit, and so is he. So he's like being a little douche nozzle about everything. He's like, oh, we can't camp, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, nah, Shepard says we camp, we camp. Wolves show up. They're all around, and immediately Nora's like, wake up, bitches, wake up. Throws some logs on the fire. She's like standing ready. The dog's barking. She's got a horn. She's just like, man, if I was that together at all in my life, let alone just waking up.
Oh, my God.
the world I would live in. I tell you what.
Be a nicer house.
That was harsh. I think my house is okay.
Your house is nice. I'm just saying, your house is a good house, but good could be better.
I mean, my house is a lower middle class house. But yeah, so she's just a bad bitch about it. They travel to the next town to get the gold, and then on their way back, the wolves come again. And it turns out this is our first time seeing other deities, quote unquote, other pagan gods.
Well, are we confirmed that they're pagan gods? Because this one is just like, there's one that's definitely as big as Holo is when she transforms.
Yeah, I think like he would be a pagan god, I say with quotes, because Holo claims she's not a god. She's just...
But she's still worshipped.
She's still worshipped.
Or at least was.
That's what it is. She's a big wolf. This guy's a big wolf too. So Big Wolf is guiding all the other wolves to attack. Holo howls, scares one away. And then she's just finally like, go on, everybody. I'm a fuck with this.
I'm going to deal with these fucking youngsters.
Yeah, and she old man Holo.
telling these young bucks to get off her lawn.
You kids, straight up, okay. It's a great scene. she's like, yeah, I'm going to go deal with this craft. Take my robe. And like she walks over. It's an awesome scene. She rolls up in human form. There's this giant wolf, and she's just completely surrounded by wolves in the rain, just like looking all snide and shit. She looks tough as hell, just fucking tiny Holo ready to fight. And she's just like, you fucking kids these days, always quick to attack. Yeah, bitch, get it. I fucking love Holo in that. Like, that whole scene is really awesome. It makes her look so tough. I don't know. I love her eyes in this series.
They get way more intense. Like, they're so expressive, and I love that. Because, like, even though the animation isn't top tier, but let's be honest, it was 2008, it's not going to be top tier.
No, but, like, it really does look good. And just how they do her amber eyes, I love it. And gosh, yeah, no, when she glares, she fucking glares. I love it. I am iffy about the animation for the new one, and by animation I mean style. I mean, I can obviously get over it, but I just love so much how this is stylized. I love it more than the manga. I love it more than the light novels. It is just like my favorite incarnation, and that's probably just because it's the first I dealt with.
I mean, I feel the same way. It reminds me of how I felt about when they remade Trigun.
Yeah, I can dig that, but I really do like his new design.
No, that's
he looks tight, dude.
Like, it grew on me, so that's what I'm assuming will happen with the new series.
Same here. I'm trying not to be all curmudgeon-y about it, but it's hard not to just be like, give me my old things back. Yeah. But that's, I guess that's a thing. Once you turn 30, anything that comes out after you're 35 is apparently the devil. Anything before you're 35 is just normal, and that's things you
it's
grew
nostalgic.
Up with. Yeah, exactly. But after 35, it's all the devil. So me being 35 now. 36? 35.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Welcome to middle-aged. So yeah, no, she goes and she deals with them, and she actually just bows to them because she's just like not trying to have a time.
Yeah, because she could win.
She could.
She's much like Gojo going, nah, I'd win.
She'd win, but she was just like, nah, I just want this to be easy. So she swallows her pride. But while she's doing this, Lemurio sent their goons.
Sent the goon squad.
Hear me out. Okay, so these guys show up. And they're like, yeah, we came here to kill you. We're glad the girl's not with you, and she's probably eaten by wolves, so we don't have to kill her because they didn't want to kill a girl. But, like, yeah, we're going to kill you. So they're like, tie him up, and it's just like, I feel for these guys a little bit. Because the dude's just like, in this economy, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, like, sometimes you gotta have a side hustle. Like,
you got to merc on the side, man.
Dude's probably like a postal worker by day.
And I feel for that. Like, I feel for him. Like, dick move, he is the villain. But, like, in this economy, maybe.
Feels a little real. Feels a little
too real. So, Lawrence gets all tied up. They tie him up, and then just because they're cowards, they leave him for dead. They're not hired hitmen. They're just trying to survive in the economy. Again, not defending them. Actually, yeah, no, fuck those guys.
We all have to make choices. Like, just because I understand it doesn't mean I approve of it.
I feel the economy pain, but don't do that. Don't kill people. But because they're cowards, they just leave them for dead.
I mean, after they punch him in the face.
Not even. Like, first they're just like, oh, we're not looking forward to what we have to do next, and he's just like, you're gonna kill Nora. And he like pulls his face away. He gets his face cut. And they're like, that's not on me. You did that.
Straight up victim blame him.
It's just like, I'm not touching you. You did this. And then so he's pissed, goes to fight them. He just gets sucker punched in the face with his arms tied behind his back. They leave him for dead. And I love just Kraft getting the shit kicked out of him.
We really should have had a head injury counter.
I mean, I think he's only at 3. 4.
So far.
Yeah. Oh, God, by the end of the series, he gets hit a lot in the face. He gets sucker punched and then left for dead. But Kraft, being the tough guy he is, first of all, I said that I love seeing him get the shit kicked out of him, only for the fact that I love the underdog. I love watching him crawl out in the mud because he's got the spirit.
He quite literally got it out the mud.
Yeah, right? Well, he burnt the ropes off his hands, first of all.
Which is a baller move.
Which is such a baller move. Like...
especially in the rain.
God, the heat of those coals, man. Ugh. Just like thinking about burning off rope, that just sounds awful. And then he gathers up Holo's robes and protects them and then runs back for her. And then, oh, God, I forgot the best part. Just before she left, she said, if you were a more handsome man, I'd kiss you. And then so he's all fucked up, and she shows up. She's like, you look like shit.
And that's saying something, because she was already roasting him to begin with.
You're already not handsome, and you look like shit.
Now you look like a Picasso painting from his Cubist era.
Yes. I'm art literate.
Listen, just being honest, the smart stuff is why you keep me around.
It is, actually. You're the balance to my... I don't know. I'm going to say I'm just uncultured swine. And I don't use culture in the ways Weebs mean culture. I mean just like actual culture.
That's why I'm here to balance it out, because you fucks, I mean us fucks, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Us fucks.
Know your place, at least.
Yeah.
You can be multiple cultures.
Yeah. I might be in the trash, but I'm like in the recyclable bin.
I'll give you that. That's a free pass. Holo shows up, though. She's pissed. She's like, how dare they fuck you up? And I believe she calls him, oh, yes, because he's holding her stuff. She's like, she says again, why are you such a terribly good-natured man? You're all fucked up, and you're still protecting my shit.
You're protecting my clothes? My clothes. We can buy new clothes. We have clothes at home.
The clothes at home. The cheap-ass ones he bought. She's obviously pissed, and she's just like, I swallowed my pride for this? She's like, she immediately grabs the weed. She's like, the wolfening. It's time for the wolfening. And like, Kraft is just like, they're going to kill Nora. She's like, give me one fucking good reason. And he's like, please, I beg you. And she's like, I'm
such a simp.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I'll save that blonde girl that I hate that is your type. But I swear to you, if anyone attacks me, they're dead. Even that shepherd. I hate them shepherds.
Even that hoochie bitch.
Even that hoochie shepherd. And so she does it. He rides on her back. And like, this is again, like, for me, when I first watched the series, I didn't expect this to happen. No. Like how he was originally afraid. The whole series doesn't feel like they're going to get into the fantastical, you know? For most of it, it seems like it's just going to be chill. Almost like it was written to be a stage play. Like the wolf is something you can do without even.
Yeah.
And then this happens, and that's not a complaint one way or the other. It's just like shattering expectations. Because I didn't see this coming. He just hops on her back and then just go, Wolf Town.
Yeah. She even says, hold on to my hair if you need to. It's fine.
And then just goes running. And
you know he's shitting himself.
Oh, hands down, not as bad as the other guys.
Oh, no.
So she runs down Nora, and there's like 20 other dudes, and there's just this giant wolf bounding towards them, and the weight of their pants. I can tell you right now.
Those belts must have been top tier.
Hands down. Especially fucking Liebert. So they're coming for Liebert. Nora's not dead yet. Holo starts fucking everybody up. I fucking love it. And mind you, animation. It's not like a shonen fight. She's just kind of fucking them up. Like
the one scene, it looks like she rolls on them, but that's just like an animation error. It felt like
it's not top tier, but we're not here for that. We're here for the love story and then the
we're
economics.
We're here for love and economics.
Love and economics,
not wolves throwing hands. Pause, rather.
I'm still about wolves throwing hands. And Enoch starts barking at Holo, and in Kraft's mind, he sees Holo fuck the dog up and then eating Nora. And he starts running, and it's just like, slow-mo. They silence it out, and he yells something. Nora dives for the dog. Holo goes for fucking
Liebert.
Fucking Liebert. Hate him.
You raggedy bitch.
So Nora's terrified, and Kraft just like fucking nonchalantly goes up, hey, can I tell you a secret? That's Holo. She's like, oh. Okay. I don't know. Just like, I mean, I guess if you're seeing a giant wolf and someone tells you it's somebody else, like, I guess, like...
I feel like she was just in shock. Like...
Well, and I feel like even with the giant wolf, your reality's already shattered. So it's just like, yeah, it checks out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Giant wolf checks out. Being somebody checks out.
Maybe she's actually a pagan witch. Knew it was Holo the whole time.
Wouldn't that be, like, full circle, like, volume, like... Because I'm still on 15. I haven't had time to read anymore, but like, you get to like volume 17, which is the last one. It turns out like she's just been like fucking, she was curating that other wolf the whole time.
Yes.
What a twist. Holo comes up with Liebert in her mouth. It looks like he's dead as shit. But
it looks like she has his head in her mouth.
But she just drops him. He falls all limp dick on the ground.
It's like a 10-foot fall.
They really did it justice too. Like you kind of feel it. And then he starts threatening him, and she just steps on his leg and just breaks it crooked. It's kind of fucking tough.
And then he's still concerned about being eaten, because of course he is. So it's like he's not yelling about his broken ass leg. He's like, it wasn't my idea. Please don't murder me.
Well, I mean, I would be too. That adrenaline gets going. You just want to live. So at this point, they decide like, oh hey, look, we got this gold. So here's what we do. Nora, you can choose. We can just take this gold and run 600 lumiones, which it was actually only 100, but he just kind of lied to her.
Nora doesn't know that. She doesn't need to know that.
He's like, or we can sneak it in, and if we take this money, the Lemurio company will go under and all of the employees will. And like, so we should probably just take this money, smuggle it in, pay our debts, and then we can go our separate ways and we all make a profit. And Holo's pissed.
She's like, this bitch.
She's like, why you gotta be like that? Let's just go. Take the money. Let's go.
And then she says, you can do what you want. But my favorite part of the scene is she's like pouting and she just lays down like a dog.
She does. Actually, when he suggests it too, she just like hits him with her nose and he like stumbles down.
He's like, Holo, stop it.
But yeah, she just pouts like the wolf she is. It's great. They end up going and threatening Lemurio. They take some hidden gold because Liebert told them about like the secret hiding place. Yep. They made him sign a debt or took a debt and then sold it to Jacob over at the guild, and everybody's happy. Debts are paid. Nora has money. And then right at the end, we get like a nice little finish where Holo's like, well, whose name did you yell?
Yeah, she's really distraught about this. She's like, I need some air. And they go for a walk. And when your woman says, I need some air, like, I need to guard myself here.
That's just like when you get the text, can you call me? Fuck.
It's like, we need
Immediately
to talk.
Your mind is racing. Like, what the fuck did I do? Whoa.
Right. So she's out there with Lawrence, and he's just like, what name? Could you tell me? I didn't really hear. What name did you say? Could you just remind me? What name did you say?
And he says your name, and she's like, you lied to me. He's like, well, I don't really remember. And then I think right at the end, she's just like, well, then say a name.
It's like, say my name.
And he looks up, the bell's about to ring, and he's just fucking turd burgling so hard. Like, he waits for the bell to ring and then just yells. And I think he yells Nora. It looks like he yells Nora.
Yeah.
Because Nora's coming down the field. Holo's just pissed. And then, we end the episode with her, with Holo drumming on his chest, pissed off. It's a cute scene. I really like it.
The size difference is hilarious. She's just pounding on his chest, and then she gets winded, even though she's like a demigod.
But that body's weak. And then a couple shout outs to just cute moments in it. First, you've got the Lawrence. You've had 2 shots at happiness. So, like, there's at one point, I feel bad for missing this, but, we'll just touch base on all of the
like, it's not
stuff.
a huge plot point, but it is super cute.
It is. So, like, she reaches for his hand twice, and he walks away not realizing it. And she's like, Lawrence, you've missed happiness twice today. Do not do it again. He's like, the fuck?
The tail of happiness will leave you.
Like, Lawrence is just so dense. I absolutely adore it.
It's like looking in a mirror for me.
Yeah, same. I have had so many dumb moments like that. Finally, he does get the happiness. She's like, you finally caught the happiness.
It's like you grabbed the happiness that time. I'm like, yeah, you did, bitch.
And then he also at one point comes back to her. I don't remember the exact scene. I think it's when he comes back with the 3 Lumion. It is. And she's just like, why are you so terribly good-natured? And he goes, I guess it's my personality. She will, because he came back for her. And he's like, I guess it's my personality. And she's like, Lawrence, sometimes a woman just wants to hear, even if it's a lie, something kind. Let's do it again.
Take it again from the top.
She's like, why are you such a kind-hearted person? He's like, because I care very much for you. And she's like, good.
She's just out here being like, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
I always thought it was DeVille.
I'm pretty sure it's DeMille.
I don't know. I just know it from Tiny Toon Adventures or no, Animaniacs.
I mean, same difference.
I think very different.
I mean, it is very...
They might both be Spielberg.
I think they are.
Sorry, guys. Tangents.
This ain't a math class. Why are we talking about tangents?
Because that's all we do. So, that's how we end the episode, though. And it was cute. I loved it. That's actually how we ended the season, which was kind of a bummer because, I like the ending theme. It's like...
Yeah.
7 apples on a witch's tree.
And the ending theme for this episode is just the opening thing.
Again,
which, don't get me wrong, is nice, but it's not 7 apples on a witch's tree.
No, it's not. No.
Or is it just called Apple Eyes? I think it's just called Apple Eyes.
I don't know names. I just know, I actually just know that little bit of it because that's all I listen to.
Before you skip to the next episode.
I'm like, how dare they take that from me? That 3 seconds.
This is the equivalent of real folk blues.
Well, it's time for the rating. Today, our shame rating for this episode. How shameful is this arc? We're going to do it on a rating from the punk bitch that Liebert is to Nora Chaddington. Just fucking chatting around, fucking being more of a man than I'll ever be.
With some big Nora energy.
Got that big Nora energy. I'd probably put it around like a 7, maybe an 8, just because you got Naked Holo, and as I have always stated, that is when someone, a parent, a spouse who doesn't get it and hates it, a child will walk in, and it's just like, this isn't what it looks like, guys.
For me personally, it's a 7, mostly because of the Naked Holo, but also because of the inscrutable economics. Because someone's going to walk and see like Naked Wolf Girls and economics, and then just magically a locker appears out of nowhere and you just get shoved into a locker.
You're a pervert and a nerd.
That's the worst possible combination a person could be.
Well, thanks for coming along for this journey today. I hope that most of you are terribly good-natured people.
And enthused about the wolfening.
The wolfening. So we will definitely... I might have to suck it up and watch the sub. Not that I have anything against the sub. It's just like the dub is all I know, and it's just what I love. But when it does come out, probably not next episode, because next episode is Bunny Girl Senpai. We're definitely going to be... All right, so we're going to take a step back. This year is fucking nuts. It's like nuck and futz, guys. Okay,
this has been real good to us because we get a lot of anime debuts of shit we love.
Yeah, so we are going to be covering it. I don't know exactly how. Ideally, we'll probably do it like 4-episode runs or even episode by episode. Let us know what you want. But like, we are getting we're getting Spice and Wolf.
Yep.
We're getting Dawn to Dawn.
Hell yeah.
We're getting Kaiju.
Fuck yes, we
We're
are.
getting, I think we're getting ReZero Season 3.
Yay?
Yeah. Yeah, yay, dick.
I did that just to mess with you.
I know. We've got another Season 2 coming out, too.
You're missing... Are we getting another Season 2 coming out of something?
Something good. What am I missing, though?
You're missing the... For us, I think our sleeper hit, Blue Box.
Blue Box, thank you. Oh, God, Blue Box is coming out. Blue Box, they did such a good job of translating the style. I'm really excited.
Literally watching the trailer, for me, at least as far as the style goes, 10 out of 10, no notes, perfection.
Yeah, absolutely. Blue Box, for anyone who doesn't know, it's a shonen hit.
About a romance. About a romance between a badminton boy and a basketball girl.
Yep. No, it's solid. I fucking love it. If you're into romance, check out the manga or just like, check the trailers. It looks fucking baller. So yeah, we've got all of that. We've got Bunny Girl Senpai, which is, happening soon. That's this year. We've got the Haikyuu movies.
Which I really hope come to America sooner rather than later.
Oh, geez. Like, that's going to be one that's really hard for me to not
watch the
stream. Dub. Well, no. Oh, God. The Haikyuu dub, guys, is everything. Haikyuu dub is a must. Just try it. It is gremlin energy incarnate.
It's the perfect encapsulation of what high school boys should be.
It is so enriching and stupid, and I love it. So it's just like, we are just getting 1-2 punch, hit in the face. We're going to get this fire.
We're getting hit more in the head than Lawrence was.
Right? So we are going to have we already constantly lie to you, but it's going to be like a constant flow of we don't know what's happening, mattering on what series are coming out, but for sure, Bunny Girl Senpai next week, maybe Spice and Wolf again soon, Dawn to Dawn always, because I love it, and, catch us next time.
Fucking yeah, Dawn to Dawn forever.
Dawn. I'm going to get that tattooed across my back. Either way, we've got a ton of content coming. Just keep following us.
That we are so fucking pumped about.
So pumped. I mean, it's just like, feel like I was starting to feel burnout, but it's hard not to just be all in with all this fucking shit coming out. I'm so hyped. But thanks for coming today. Until next time, let's keep it low key, Weebs.